and an amplifier. I started to learn chords and stuff. Even got an acoustic guitar, which I think I like better.
Oh.
And started writing songs. Like I did one song for the Lord called the Satan song. Satan, you've been hanging round again, and I can tell, trying to bring me down again. Well, don't you pack up your bags and head for hello, everybody.
Hello,
Uh,
everyone.
so the first songs are kind of awful. I did one called "Gone with the Wind."
Uh-huh.
She said she loved me, but not anymore. And now she's gone and shut the door in my face. What a disgrace. I gotta get away, away from this place, 'cause she's gone, gone with the wind. So I didn't get famous for my first few songs, but I kept getting better, kept getting better.
Mm.
You know, um, I liked writing love songs,
Oh.
rock and roll, whatever style somebody wanted to play. And I said, well, what an opportunity this is. I have people who can play music with, and they're good on the guitar. So
Right.
we looked up a studio called Rendezvous Studio, run by a man from France, Pierre Grill. And we
Mm-hmm.
went down there and recorded a few songs, and it was so much fun to do. And it's like not only did he record us, but he's a musician as well. He could play the
Oh.
keyboards, or he could put the bass on. He could put strings on. He could play the piano, you know. And I go, this is making the music sound great. So we kept going back with all the different songs, and I'd bring my different girlfriends down to impress them. You know,
Uh-huh.
I had to sing singing this one song. I'd like to love you, yeah, you know. And I had one. This woman wanted to sing, and she gets up on there on the mic and starts to sing. And Pierre looks at me and goes, "Rod, that woman cannot sing."
Oh
I go,
no.
I didn't know that. She just said she wanted to, and I'm just trying to interest her, get her interest up, you know. So, but
Well,
we recorded a lot of songs. We have done 200 songs now.
that's a lot. That's a
That's a
lot.
lot, isn't it? It's a lot.
It is. No, no. Are you performing any one of those? I've
Well,
heard you are. Will you?
I, I sent some of them to Jermaine, and he's
Oh,
going
to
to
German.
play some of those at the end of our broadcast today, so
Gotcha.
you can
Okay.
hear some
I
love
see.
poems, some gospel, like "Hear the Birds."
Uh-huh.
You know, what else? Well, just I've tried to do a variety of things, love songs,
Mm.
So, and there's one called Eyes to See. It's kind of like, how lucky we are with this beautiful world we live in. Like when I look out my window, I'm looking
Uh-huh.
at a 3,000-foot mountain right outside the window.
Ooh,
It's
that's the
our home is like in a cove. We're in the hands of
Oh,
God
you're in a
here,
cove. You're
surrounded
in a
by
cove.
mountains. Yeah, Mountain Cove.
Lucky
It
you.
protects us from hurricanes. Yeah.
We just had a snowstorm 2 days ago here in Toronto.
What happened? You poor guys. Hey, what happened to spring? It's supposed to be spring already.
Oh, uh, Canadian weather doesn't know spring, so I don't know.
Oh, that's true. That's
Well,
true. That's true.
well, speaking of, you've been doing so many things. Another thing that really interests us is your poetry. You've published
Oh,
several, The Future
yes, I
Poet,
have.
Huckleberry Dick. Is this
Can you read? Can you see what
painted
this one says?
poetry? Painted
Painted
poetry.
poetry. Right. One of my
Oh.
publishers called the Quippy Quill made me a website and that we listed the books and stuff. And they let me put some of my songs on there. And I said,
Mm.
well, I like to write poems. Can I put some poems on my website? They said, sure, it's your website. What do you want?
Right.
So I sent them a few poems, and they had a woman working there named Vivian Shen from the Philippines. She said, oh, I love your poems. Let's see what I can come up with. And he drew this picture. Can you see what's in front of the lady? The
Oh, are those
butterfly?
butterflies? Are those butterflies?
butterflies and blossoms. Yeah, butterflies and blossoms, basically.
Mm,
And here's the poem that it was. She said, I tried to draw something that was inspired by the poem you wrote. And this poem is called Flutterby. I
flutterby.
wish I was a butterfly. And if
Mm-hmm.
you ever asked me why, I'd say, I want to flutter by, to fly on loving wings. Yes, a flutter by in frolic flight. If wish you may, then wish you might. Wish for peace on earth, a peace
Mm-hmm.
so dear. Now look around. It's here. It's
Mm-hmm.
here. At least where I live, it is. It's peace on earth. I hope it's peace on earth where you're living right now in Canada.
Well, with the tariffs, I'm not so sure.
But
I'm
it'll work
sorry.
out, you know. No, no, don't get me started on him. No, no,
Oh
no.
my dear Lord, no, 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 no.
Oh, no, we're not going to get political. I went downtown and did a protest on Saturday. You know, it was
Did
fun.
you? With it was a
Yeah.
global protest. It was a global
Yes.
protest.
We all needed to do what we could. I took and
Yes, sir. Totally
I made
agree.
a sign that said "Dump Trump," attached it to a fan so I could hold that up, you know. And I had one that said "Elon Musk go." Elon Musk go.
you
Anyway,
you are so amazing with your words. Rod, more than just a poet, you basically know the power of words. You know how to move people, you make people laugh. You're basically shaping the world. Basically with your poetry and with your words. It's like the tool for your expression. Uh,
I hope to leave it better than I found it, if I can.
it's just amazing. It would be great if we could even amplify your platform. Could you give us another poem that you could share? I mean, something so that the
Yeah.
Flutterby was fun.
Well, this one I like a lot, and I even have it memorized. It's called "For the Sake of Sound." It
Hmm.
goes, "Oh, you know, it may seem strange the way I can rearrange words to say something or nothing at all, like scrawl on the wall, if you will, and still the poet is free. No, I will not be confined by my commentary, not the least bit bound. I speak for the sake of sound, bursting around your ear bones like headphones filled with rock and roll, an imaginary stroll on a tightrope of time and nonsense and rhyme just for you, because that's what poets do. Ta-da!
That was pretty good. That's
Thank
pretty good.
you. Thank you.
That's pretty good.
Now you mentioned that you love Jesus. You talk to him every night. Here's a poem that I wrote for him, and this is the drawing that they made in the book of painted poetry. It's just
Is that
basically a
also Vivian?
Western,
Did
huh?
Vivian do that? Did
No, this
Vivian
was
do
by one of the other artists there. She did
Ah,
about half of the pictures. This is one by one of the other fellows. Vladimir is his first name. Anyway, it just looks like a hot, sunny day in a Western
mhm,
town. And here's the poem. It's called On Fire. The world is on fire, and the heat abounds, surrounds everything. But the living is cool in the shadow of the cross of one put down,
mhm,
small town, carpenter king. Now, I know you said that you wanted to help me put the word out. So I put a lot of my poems together into a collection, and I made
mhm,
three of them. This is the first one. It's called Faith, Love, and Hope.
mhm.
And I had it published by a group called the Writers Click, and it is available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. You just look up
Oh,
Rod Martin and
mhm.
that put in that title, Faith, Love, and Hope. And there's quite a lot of different poems in here, but there's one that I really wanted to share with you. Let's see. Um, this one is about America, right? We're all concerned about America.
Mhm.
Well, let's see here. It goes like this. It takes all kinds. We, the people, the American masses, the hippies and rich dudes, Protestants and pacifists, rednecks and nudists, Indians and engineers. Together, we determine what it means to be the land of the free. Us athletes and welfare mothers, old folks and astronauts, farmers and free thinkers, Cub Scouts and dropouts,
Mm.
prisoners and pioneers. We each make up America the Beautiful, and each in his or her own way define and defend freedom for all. And it takes all kinds of people, each unlike any other, unique, so to speak. Expectant mothers and black power brothers, entertainers and explainers, teachers and preachers, street walkers and smooth talkers, the deaf, the dumb, the blind, all kinds, politicians, morticians, Mormons on missions, barflies and wise guys, hipsters and tripsters, street musicians to please us, lawyers to squeeze us, police with
Oh,
big sticks, poets with word tricks. Let's hear it
uh,
for converts and convicts. It astounds the imagination how many different minds and kinds of people it takes to make a world, this world. So let's give thanks to all the men and women who lay down their lives in war after war, no matter what those wars are for. Be grateful to those 9 to 5ers, the late arrivers, the Holocaust survivors who keep plugging
mm,
away, who are willing to pay for our multiple sins and our marvelous deeds. God bless every soul searching soul in need, every
mm,
man, woman, boy, and girl who make this such an interesting world.
very, it's feels to me it's very specially meaningful to you, this work. It's
Yeah,
very, it is meaningful, and it also is meaningful to the times that we have right now.
yeah.
And what do you think is, do you think that playwrights or poets still have a role to play during this period of uncertainty? There's so much technology around us that they say, oh, let the AI just do the poetry. Do you think there's still the human spirit? What do you think is the role of the human spirit of poets and playwrights to whatever
Well,
is happening?
we're the ones who decide what are we going to talk about? What are we going
Mm,
to say? What are we going to do? Like for several years, I went down to the prison here
mm,
in Honolulu and taught poetry to the inmates. We had a
mm,
great time. They had a chance to express themselves in an environment where they could say what they want. You know, I'm pretty accepting. Tell them whatever you want to talk about. And so, I put together a collection of their poetry every few months, and
mm.
they printed it up at the school, and we passed that out to the people. Now, I don't know if they just wanted the paper because they could use it for writing notes or letters, or if they wanted to keep their poems. But the
Okay.
important thing was they seemed to enjoy themselves, and that's what's important, you know.
Mm,
I'm trying to think. Oh, when it comes to writing poems, I don't only like to write them. I wrote a book to help people write them because
right.
throughout my career as a teacher, English teacher, you know, the kids would get bored now and then. I say, well, come
Yeah.
on, we're going to do something different today. We're going to write us some poems. What do you say? What do you say? Write us some poems. Okay, I have I have a question for you, Francis. How many words in a 5 finger poem?
How many words in a
Finger poem?
5, 3,
No, try again. One, two, three, four,
or 5?
5. Yeah, that's because I thought that's pretty easy. I said to the students,
I'll be a
see
bad
what you,
student, that will be.
no, you'll be fine. Once you know what the parameters are, you'll be fine as long as you follow that and do that, then You can't do it wrong if you add the right number of words.
Stay tuned for the next episode.